So hello everybody, this is Jiří Borch podcasting from Prague, and our honored guest today is Mike Handa. Hello Mike.
Hello Jiří, thank you for having me on the podcast.
I am very pleased, thank you for coming. By the way, where are you currently? Are you also in Prague?
That's right, yes, I'm just at Vyšehrad in my office.
Yeah, but you are not originally from the Czech Republic, right? If I remember well.
That's correct. Actually, I was born on the former Yugoslavian Hungarian border, and later I relocated to the UK, where I spent most of my life before moving to America and relocating here to Prague 7 years ago.
Nice, perfect. Okay, so let's get down to the nice, efficient, and relaxed podcast. And as you can see below this video, I have compiled some information about Mike. However, I will ask again to put it into right order. Mike, what do you do professionally? What is your job?
I work as a business consultant and a coach for high performers and companies that want to achieve more. So generally, either new startups, companies that just come onto the market and they have very specific targets, or with growing companies who want to scale their companies to a higher level.
I can understand. Let's go through your past, present, and future a little bit deeper, if you allow me. I would be very interested if you highlight something from your past, some achievements, some things you are proud of, some things you are maybe even happy or grateful for. What would it be from your professional perspective?
From my professional perspective, definitely, I think it's there's been many setbacks along the way. When you're an entrepreneur, you face many setbacks that I was able to always come back and come back better and stronger. So that I feel is a great strength of mine. I was a bit surprised about COVID, I suppose, like everybody else, and this war in Ukraine. Obviously, this has a very negative impact on several businesses, including mine. And again, I was able to tackle this and come back better and stronger. So I feel like this is a great skill to have. However, obviously, I would not like to have to do this, come back for very long, and hopefully build something sustainable. Another achievement is that I built 3 businesses over the last 15 years. My first business didn't succeed. It was a 2008 economic crisis that kind of rendered that business defunct. And my second business was a company called Inboxes, which is an email marketing spam detection platform. So basically, they were collecting aggregated spam filter data to identify where email campaigns go. So it was a SaaS company, which I successfully exited. I got bought out by a subsidiary of Adobe, which I'm really very proud of. And then I was very into martial arts all my life. I've been training martial arts since I was 10 years old, and I opened a martial arts studio here in Prague, which I ran for 5 years, and that's also a great achievement of mine, or I would consider it as such, and I have very fond memories from those days.
Yes, I will go exceptionally. I don't go so much deeper into these details, but with you, I will do an exception. What was the reason for the failure of your first business? What was the reason for so-called, in business, it's called fuck up sometimes? What was the reason for that?
Okay, for the first business, I created an online platform where basically, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the TV program Shark Tank from America, or in the UK, it's called Dragon's Den, where basically entrepreneurs go on to this TV program and they pitch their products or services to potential investors to get funding and to launch their businesses. So basically, I created a platform like that online, so that there was an interface where people can register and upload their business plans, and they can pitch for investment or try to find potential investors. So that was my very first business, and I still love the idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But came the 2008 financial crisis. Obviously, people became very, very risk averse, and as a result, like many potential investors lost their money as well, or lost a great deal of money at least. And basically, I couldn't keep the business up. I couldn't ride out this downward turn at the time and keep financing that project myself. So that was the end of the business, in all honesty. But I still love the idea, and maybe someday I'll recreate it. I don't know.
Thank you, Mike, for your feedback. But I know you as a great business coach, so you know that the very important present moment is important. So tell us currently, which projects are you working on at this moment in your life?
At this moment, currently, I'm working with a sales training company, and this is a new business. The founder, he was a hugely successful salesperson who worked for a recruitment firm for over 10 years, and he decided to branch out to set up his own sales training company and to help young sales professionals and companies succeed by teaching his methods that was working for him. So that's one of the projects I'm working with. I'm also working locally with the Ambassador Casino, who I'm helping to solve their recruitment and staffing issues. And apart from that, I'm also supporting DNI here in the Czech Republic, which is referral network where we help businesses grow by generating more leads, more businesses for them via referrals.
Yes, yes. Thank you for sharing. Let's move to the future now a little bit, because this should be a very fast, impactful medallion about yourself. So tell us, what are you planning and what can you invite us? Are you planning any events or seminars, webinars, anything in the future? What will future hold for you, Mike?
Currently not planning any event as such, but what I am planning is actually I'm working on a program which is a small business incubator, where we'll provide full training for new entrepreneurs who are looking to start their businesses, about how to do it, like how to avoid the mistakes that many people take. Obviously, you're an entrepreneur yourself here, and you would know that 95% of all startups fail. So people go into setting up their own business thinking it's easy, thinking they have passion for their idea or whatever, but they don't necessarily understand how to run a business successfully. So my future plan is, or actually my plan for the near future, is to set up this business incubator where they will be provided with the necessary tools and education to make their business successful, and it will be supported with a layer of marketing services where they can set up their websites, where they can set up their advertising, where they can set up their branding, etc. So that's in the pipeline for me, and I'm hoping to launch this new service layer in about 3 weeks.
Yes, okay. So if you have any questions for Mike, please put them under this video in the comments, and Mike would be more than happy to answer all the questions. Let's generate a discussion about these topics if you are interested. Any more future plans?
Oh, I think this is quite a lot to handle. This is quite a lot, and I want to focus 100% on this. It's important, I believe, to be single-minded about your goals, to set your eyes on the target and just go for that 100%, because if you divide your attention, you do a little bit here, a little bit there, and nothing grows as it should. So I'm a firm believer in being laser focused.
Perfect, perfect. And this brings me to my next question. Actually, you have helped me to ask this question. What about hobbies and free time? How does that resonate with you? Do you have still time for that?
Oh, I mean, it's been challenging to be honest. And as an entrepreneur, I do work a lot. I have an 11-year-old son, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
very fond of spending time with him. He was just here with me on the weekend also. And, we do our father and son kind of thing, play a
Yes,
bit of
yes.
football, play PlayStation. We go on a little trip. So next week, we'll be going to Dolny Morava, visiting the Sky Bridge, actually, which is the longest hanging bridge in the world, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
super excited to walk across that. Yeah, so that's pretty much I dedicate my free time to my son and to spending time with him. And
Yeah,
of
I
course,
also. Sorry,
of course,
sorry.
I'm a member of Roundtable International as well, where I hang out with other like-minded, ambitious people, and that helps me. I don't know, stay connected to people with similar mindset.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. Mike, we are almost at the end of our uh, talk. Tell us any takeaway message, short one, for our audience. What should they take away from this talk? Some highlight, bottom line.
I think the biggest takeaway or advice I can give to the people that if you're looking to start a business, if you're in that situation where you're starting a new business, find yourself a mentor, find yourself somebody who's been there, who's done it, who got the t-shirt, who has the experience, and who can guide you through and help you avoid making the mistakes. Uh, it's okay to make mistakes, by the way. Like it's part of learning, right? You teach languages, right? Can you imagine somebody learning a language without ever making a single mistake? It's impossible, right? So sometimes you have to make a mistake, but your mistakes doesn't have to be fatal. And when you're building a business, there is money at stake, there is like your livelihood at stake, maybe even your families, right? So it's like a big risk, and you have to mitigate that risk a little bit. So get yourself a mentor, get yourself somebody who can guide you through that, and make sure, and this is the most important, that your business idea is aligned with who you are personally, that you're not doing what you do out of like social pressure, out of some image that you want to fulfill because you've seen it on TV or whatever, but that is deeply connected with who you are, because that's the only thing that will help you get through the difficulties, and there will be difficulties. It's inevitable. So when it's connected to you, when it's deeply ingrained in who you are, the business is like a reflection of you in a sense. Then you can really ride out any difficulty, and you can come back no problem. But if you do it for different reasons, um, the bros start coming, and people quit, people give up because they don't feel so strongly about it. So this would be my biggest advice, or I hope this could be a great takeaway from anyone that's listening.
Mike Handa, thank you.
Thank you kindly, Yuri. Virtual handshake. Thanks a lot. Thanks everybody for listening, and
Yeah,
take care. You can reach me at mikehanda.com.
perfect. And because I know you as a helpful, kind, and wise person, I would like to stay behind the scenes with you a little bit. By the way, have you got any question for me, Mike? Because I didn't ask you to if you need to ask anything about anything.
Yeah, so tell us here, how can people join your network? You're building a network for solopreneurs, for small entrepreneurs. If somebody would like to join your network, how can people join your network?
Mike, there are two kinds of communities, and at this point, this is for the Czech market. There is one community, and people can join on Facebook or LinkedIn, so-called groups. They can share their activities, what they do, and we would support them inside the community to help them to promote their business. Second one is a world community, which is smaller but growing. They can also join on the Facebook or LinkedIn. The links I may, upon request, put into the chat under this video. And as you can see, I am trying to support you in what you're doing, because I believe that this is very important to cooperate with each other through this podcast and also through networking sessions. So you are welcome to attend networking sessions with us, which take place every month inside this community. So thank you for this question. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your invitation as well. And I would encourage any entrepreneur in the Czech Republic to get in touch with Yuri as well, get connected with the community and take part. It's a very supportive group, and yeah, they have been absolutely fantastic. And it's always better to grow together, to find like-minded people who are taking the same journey and to help and guide each other through their journey. I think that support is really invaluable.
Mike, I have one more follow-up question to the incubator, which you mentioned, because I have gone through numerous incubators myself, Point One, Hub, Impact Hub. There are many around the Prague, but there are many online ones also inside within the Czech Republic, and also even within the world. There are many incubators. How do you deal with this? Do you contact them for cooperation, or do you try to make something unique yourself, or do you try just to make your own thing? How would you handle this kind of, I don't want to say this word competition, but it is kind of sometimes kind of competition?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, I'll try to develop my own program, and obviously, I'm not Mr. Know-it-all, so I'm going to bring on external contributors. For example, when it comes to business formation, when it comes to accounting, when it comes to different aspects of the business, there will be other contributors for the program. So bringing high-level talent on board who can give valuable knowledge to potential entrepreneurs. In the beginning, I will be doing this, let's say, for myself without any form of cooperation. And once we see the demand and we see the success of those entrepreneurs, then I may consider potential cooperation and to roll out the program to other incubators who might find it valuable also for their members. The program is going to be in English language, however, so when you mentioned the local ones, they are mainly in Czech. I'm not sure how would it be perceived by the locals. I mean, if they want to trade on foreign markets, if they want to set up like an international business or a global network, then it would be hugely beneficial for them too.
Good luck.
Thank you very much, Yuri. Thank you. I appreciate you having me here. Thanks a lot, and good luck to you as well, building the network and supporting entrepreneurs like myself and many others here. I appreciate your invitation.